So I've been asked about what are some of the Bible verses I usually think about when I'm parenting, or what are some of the things that have helped to influence my parenting. And the two that are coming to mind are so funny, but one comes from Proverbs, and it talks about how when disciplining your child, don't spare the rod. And what that means to me is that it's about keeping discipline and teaching my children boundaries so that when they grow up, they can be healthy adults. And sometimes that's really hard, to be able to tell your kids no, or to be able to set boundaries around their lives, but it's so important. So the other Bible verse I often think about is this scene in Job when Job has been whining and complaining about his life and how unfair it is, and then he finally gets to a point where he stops to hear God. And in one of the translations that I love the most, God says, "Brace yourself like a man, for I'm about to speak." I love the humility of it, because I feel like as a parent sometimes I take that attitude, but then it reminds me that that's the attitude God takes with me. That just like my children sometimes whine and complain and get frustrated, so do I as a parent. And I'm reminded that here is God saying, wait a minute, Kevin, were you there when I created the earth? Were you there when I put all the beasts in the fields? Do you lead them around on little ropes and control them? No, you don't. And so just hang in there. Trust me, I've got the best waiting for you. And that's the same attitude I have for my kids. Hey, if you could just hang on a minute, I've got something really great waiting for you.
I want to take one out of my dad's book. He said a lot of phrases growing up, but one that stuck is play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So, biggest lesson that I learned when addressing my kids during tense situations is repeat to myself their age. Like, what are you, 5? And then it calms me down, and I realize that they are actually kids, 5 years old, and they do weird things.